Hello and welcome to another Dolphin Financial Radio Show with me, Dan Wendell, owner of the Dolphin Financial Group. Today, we're trying something new. This is a new format. I'm going to do a very brief version of the podcast. Try something new, try something different, see how it works. Today's topic is the top 4 reasons people 50 and over are stressed about retirement with solutions. So I'm going to go through the top 4 reasons people are stressed about retiring, as well as what I think a possible solution is for that stress. And if you want to hear the full podcast, you can go to wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Play, or whatever it is called. Wherever you go, this podcast in its entirety with my co-host will be on there. But let's just go through today the quick and dirty 4 reasons why people are stressed out. Before I start, actually, I'm using data from the AARP research department. They have this study or the survey called Financial Worries Views of Adults Ages 50 Plus. Now, AARP is a program for people 50 plus. So they asked their members what they're feeling about retirement. And you can get the results at aarp.org/research. So, what I took away from that study, that survey done in March of 2022, was that 17% of adults 50 plus are very confident that they will have enough money through retirement. Only 17%. That's a pretty low number. You want to be very confident about retirement, and obviously not many people are. What was also interesting is that women were less confident than men. Now, we do at Dolphin Financial Group, we do seminars on empowering women and women's issues when it comes to retirement. So there are some very different reasons why this is the case, but the difference versus some, very or somewhat confident about retirement, men 66%, women 52%. And real quick, a spoiler, if you haven't been to one of our seminars or you want to know what the main reason is, one of the things we do see is that women are usually running the show on a day-to-day basis when it comes to financial issues in the household. Whether they're married or single, they're the ones running the show. And so they're focused on the day-to-day, looking down at the day-to-day, and they don't have the time or energy or just bandwidth to look forward for the retirement planning issues that are longer term, because someone's got to keep the ship from sinking, not worrying about what the destination is necessarily at the time. So let's go into why people are not confident from this AARP survey. Number one reason, the most common reason why people are not confident with retirement, is because they say Social Security is not enough to make ends meet. Of the people that say they're not ready or confident about retirement, 67% said Social Security not being enough is the main reason now, or is one of the reasons. And this is the most popular reason, and I don't like it. I don't like this question. I'm not picking on AARP here, but the survey was designed poorly, in my opinion, because this shouldn't be an option. People should not think that Social Security is enough to make ends meet, because it was never designed to be. There is never a time in history when Social Security was designed to be all you needed to retire. It was designed as a backup plan for people that become disabled or out of work. It was also designed to supplement retirement income from other sources. So anyone feeling that Social Security should be everything you need, that's just misleading. It shouldn't be that way. And I think that's the reason why most people check the box here, because quite frankly, it should be 100, because I don't think anyone should think Social Security is going to be enough. It's never enough. Now, that being said, how do you fix this? Besides realizing it's not going to be enough, one thing I recommend, and I'll put the link up here, is you should take the Social Security maximization software. You should go through that and get the report, and it tells you how to maximize your Social Security. So yes, it's not going to be enough, but at least you should get the most you can out of Social Security. And if you don't have a Social Security plan, start there. We provide that Social Security maximization report at no cost to anybody that wants it. All you got to do is let us know you're interested, fill out a couple of pieces of information, and we'll get you that report. Okay, moving on to the second most popular reason why people are stressed about retirement. They don't have enough saved for retirement. 62% said, I have not saved enough for retirement. Now, This is a very common problem, and this is what people fear the most is running out of money in retirement, more so than death. And now, what is enough? And that's how you combat this. I feel that through all the years I've been doing this and meeting with people, people are not sure what enough is. So because they don't know, they just think that they don't have enough. And that's what's causing the stress, the unknown. What is enough? What is enough for retirement? Is there enough? Is there ever enough? The answer is probably not. You're never going to have enough, right? There's never enough. There's songs written about that, right? So the question becomes, what is enough for you? And what do we have to do to find that? Because most people don't know how. So to combat this stress, to be concerned about what is, do I have enough? You first have to figure out, well, what is enough? Going through a financial planning process, going with a professional, talking through and figuring this out. If you have a financial professional and you don't know whether or not you have enough for retirement, then you push back on that person and say, "Do I have enough?" There should be a yes, no. It could even be a maybe. But the question is, do you know how much you need for retirement? And until you do, you're going to be stressed about it because people fear the unknown. I have found that people that don't have enough for retirement feel less stress when they know definitively that they don't have enough to retire. As an example, if you come into my office and you're 62 years old and you say, I want to retire next year, can we do that? Do I have enough? We'll go through the process, the financial planning process. I am a certified financial planner. We'll come to the conclusion here's what you need for retirement. Here's what you need to save between now and retirement. And if you don't have enough, I will tell you, you do not have enough to retire. We may have to retire later, work part time. We may have to change our savings or spending. And people feel better about that. Even if the answer is no, you don't, you need to work an extra year or five, that reduces the stress level simply because now you have a plan. The plan may not be what you wanted, but having the plan reduces the stress. The third most popular reason why people say they have stress about retirement is because they are not confident in the economy. 53% say I'm not confident in the economy. Okay, a lot of reasons to be concerned about the economy. National debt being the number one reason. We have super high inflation. We have a lot of global supply chain issues. People getting, and prices are going up, but pay isn't going up. Plenty of reasons. I don't deny those. But what can you as an individual do to move the needle on the US economy? Nothing. The answer is nothing. You can't. You can get involved in your community and do things, but you can prepare for different economic outcomes. You can prepare for continued high inflation. You can prepare for unemployment or lack of employment. So you can do certain things, but you can't control the movement of the economy as an individual. So why are you stressed about it? Stress is a real thing. It causes a lot of anxiety. It causes physical ailments. The question is, why are you stressed about something that you have no control over? Now, I get controlling certain things and getting stressed about that makes sense. But if something like the economy is so big and global that you can't impact it, why stress about it? Focus elsewhere. That's my best advice when it comes to the economy. Now, that doesn't mean to say you should ignore the economy and what economic trends are, but that's all part of the financial planning process. So, again, once you create a plan and have a way to combat different potential economic outcomes, you'll feel more confident and less stressed. And finally, number four, the top four reason why people are stressed in retirement that are age 50 and over. And by the way, on this survey, you can look, they also ask people that are 65 and over. They ask people who are already retired and they're still stressed. So just because you're retired doesn't mean still won't stress about retirement. I think that's just in human nature. The number four, 50% of people said, I have not made enough money to save for retirement. Now, here's an issue. You're not making enough. It's easy for me to say, go get a new job that pays more, but that's not reality. We know that. So for a lot of people, they're stuck with their income that they're getting, and they stress about not making enough to save for retirement. Well, the only way to really combat that, and this goes for anybody's situation, there's two sides of the coin. When it comes to retirement, a saving for retirement, there are two sides. One is actually saving in a 401k, IRA, Roth, putting money aside in cash, emergency fund, saving for college, all these things, that's one side of it, saving your income. The other side is spending. So when you're not making enough and you're saying, I don't have enough money, I'm not making enough to save for retirement, what you're also saying is you spend more than you make, or you spend on things that you prioritize higher than saving for retirement. Delayed gratification is something that people lack in this country, as generally speaking. So if you're saying, I simply can't improve I asked for a raise, I got a raise, it's still not enough, then you have to look at either picking up a second job, which is not reasonable for a lot of people, or more likely look internally and say, where is my money going? And let's stop all the spending. I did a show with Tony on the cracked pot retirement. I'll put it up here. It's the Chinese parable about the woman carrying 2 pots of water back and forth every day. That is a good story about spending and plugging all the different holes in your retirement plan. I think what people, and watch that show if you haven't seen it, I'll put it up there. What people need to realize is it's not always about saving more by making more. It's also saving by spending less. And I'm not saying that there are people that make just enough to get by and they don't have any discretionary income. That's a separate issue that I can't solve. But there are still a lot of people out there that claiming they don't have enough saved or they're not saving enough, yet they're spending on the latest gadgets or the things that maybe they should be delaying and instead prioritizing saving for retirement for. So, in conclusion, people are stressed about retirement, even those who are already retired. So, focus on what you could control and make positive changes about that. And then don't focus on the stuff that you can't control. Stress is the silent killer, along with inflation is the silent killer. I did a show on the silent killer. It was about inflation, spoiler alert. But stress is also a silent killer. Don't let it destroy you before you even get a chance to retirement. Retirement is supposed to be about increasing your income and decreasing your stress. If you find your stress levels are going up as you're approaching retirement, that's a sure sign that you need to talk to a retirement planning specialist to figure things out. Well, hopefully you like this new format. It's shorter, quicker, getting to the point, not as much fun in my opinion, but hey, what can you do? Try it out and see how it goes. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you next week.
All matters discussed in today's show are for informational purposes only.
This show is not investment advice.
Dan Riddle nor Dolphin Financial Group are affiliated or endorsed by any government agency.
Investment advisory services are offered through Dolphin Wealth Management, Inc., a registered investment advisor in the state of Florida.
Insurance products and services are offered through Dolphin Insurance, Inc.
Dolphin Wealth Management, Inc. and Dolphin Insurance, Inc. are affiliated companies doing businesses as Dolphin Financial Group.
You should talk to someone at Dolphin Financial Group before implementing any of these strategies or ideas.